obviously this is a real biggie. People are out and about, they shout their dog, and their dog doesn't come. Could actually be dangerous. You need to have a really good recall. And the way to start this is actually quite simple. It's to teach your dog their name. So every time you say their name, they look at you, you reward them. So you're basically teaching them that they are their name, because they don't necessarily know that. So we'll start off, and all I'm going to do is say, Jumbo. He's looking at me, so I'm going to reward him. Jumbo. Good boy. Jumbo. Yes. Jumbo. Yes, good boy. And if you notice, I'm throwing the food down. Jumbo. Good boy. Jumbo. Good boy. If I was just to keep giving it straight to him, he would probably keep looking at me. And so I'm throwing it down so that he's then facing in a different direction, so that when I call him, he looks back. And that's building the habit that when he hears his name, he should always look back. So let's try that again. Jumbo. Yes, good boy. Jumbo. Yes, good boy. Jumbo. Yes, good boy. Okay. Now what we're going to do, when your dog knows their name, is you're going to add in the actual behaviour you want. You don't just want them to look, you actually want them to come. Okay, so we're going to start from a very, very short distance. Very short. And we're going to encourage them like crazy to come, and then reward them like mad when they do come. So let me show you. Jumbo, come! Yay, good boy! Wow, good boy, come! Very nice. Okay, Jumbo, sit. Jumbo, come! Yay, good boy! Super boy, come! Yay, good boy, Jumbo! Okay, Jumbo, sit. Jumbo, come! Yay! Yes, good boy, come! So you get the idea, lots of enthusiasm and lots of praise when they do come. Now you can add on this by gradually increasing the criteria, and the criteria in this case would be distance. So you gradually ask for a little bit more and a little bit more distance. You can then go to maybe being in the next room. Make sure that you've got it really good though before you take it outside. And when you do take it outside, start off in a non-distracting environment. So somewhere where there aren't any people or dogs, where there are no noises, sights, sounds, or even smells that are going to distract them. Once they can do it there, you can then take it out onto the street. What you don't want to do is use this cue meaninglessly. Now what I mean by that is, I don't want you to shout, come, come, come here, come, come, come. I want you to say it once. They need to know that when you say their name and come, they come straight away. So if you shout them, for example, if I shouted Jumbo come and he didn't come, I'm not going to use that cue again because I don't want to poison the cue. So what I would do is either I'd go and get him, or I'd say something else like, come on boy, or let's be having you, you know, anything, but I wouldn't use the specific cue Jumbo come more than once, because I want him to react every single time. And that's why it's actually really important to give a really good reward with this. So this is the time to break out the best steak or whatever it is that you're using, and not rely on kibble, especially when you're taking it into a distracting environment. You want them to know that when they come to you, the best things in the world are going to happen. The other tip that I'd actually give is, don't just use this where you want your dog to come back to you because you're going to take them home. For example, you've been out on a walk, you've let them off their leash maybe, and they're having a good run round, and you shout them to come, you click on that leash and you take them home. Don't want you to do that. What you need to do is practice. Let them come back to you. You can click on the leash if you want, but take it straight off and send them off again, so that they don't think, well, every time she shouts that, something bad happens and I have to go home. So make sure that it's something positive. And that way, your dog will come running to you every single time you shout their name or you shout, come. So I'll just show you one more time. Go here. Not even going to look at him. Jumbo, come! Quick, 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 come! Quick, quick! Yes, good boy. Okay, very good. So that made it much more difficult for him, the fact I wasn't looking at him. And we'll try once more. Jumbo, stay. See to stay. Jumbo, come! Quick! Yes, good boy! Bring, 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 bring. I'm giving him a jackpot because he came so quickly. Now, jackpot is when you go bring, bang, bang, and give them lots and lots of rewards. Okay, so like I said, make sure you give an absolute premium, the highest value reward you've got. Start off with a short distance. Teach them their name first. Make sure it's a non-distracting environment before you take it into a distracting one. And also make sure that you only call them to you initially when good things are going to happen. Okay, so that would sum up how you teach your dog to come. Like I say, please try not to what I call poison the cue. Don't shout it over and over. Once is enough. If you have to do it twice, then stop and rethink and go back to more training inside with the actual cue. But at that point in time when you want your dog to come, either go and get them or use some other words. And you can also use a brilliant body language like, yay, come on. And you can also, good tip is, if they're not coming quickly enough, start backing up so that they're coming towards you but you're going further away, or even run in the opposite direction so that they chase after you. Okay, and that is how you teach your dog to come. Hey, jump on, high five. Yes, good boy. There you go. Good lad.